Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just giving YouTube a chance to send out some notifications. How are you feeling? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's doing well today. Welcome back to Knotty Love Movement. It's your host, Knotty, bringing you latest and trending topics. And I vlog my life. So please make sure you are liking this video, sharing if you can, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I got my live, love, laugh. Y'all know I love the phrase live, love, laugh. I got this at the festival this weekend. I couldn't leave it. I was like, oh my God, that's my tag. Um, how's everybody doing? Please, and make sure you follow me on all my different social media platforms. We're Knotty Love Movement everywhere. We're on all the platforms. I'm not even going to break it down. Y'all know what it is, okay? Please thumbs up this video. We're going to get into some trending topics. As I told you guys yesterday, Kamala Harris was in Georgia. And she gave a very interesting speech. Yeah. And she was also accompanied by Quavo and Meg Thee Stallion, which I thought was interesting choices. But hey, you know, all the politicians do it. They rely on celebrity to push their agenda. Ooh, that water is good. Okay. Keep getting these emails. So we're going to get into Kamala Harris. We're going to get into some things that are coming out about Trump. I think the Trumpers are shaking in their boots. Let's just say that. out. And then they are alleging that Offset is cheating again. And I'm just like, let that man cheat in peace. Let that man cheat in peace. Let that man cheat in peace. I mean, then we gonna get into the game. Busting a pedo, which I found kind of ironic. Because you got a whole SA case. I said, he must need money bad. He must need money bad. He better pay that woman her money. He better sell that house. He got a hefty lawsuit. But first, I want to get into something that Juice found. Shout out to the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Did y'all ever know the criteria for Amber Alert? I never knew it. I never knew it. So I appreciate you sharing this. She shared it on Instagram. Please go over to her YouTube channel and subscribe, okay? I never knew the criteria for Amber Alert because I was wondering why you get Amber Alerts for some people and not others. They come across your phone, unfortunately. And yeah, Juice shared. So let's see what the criteria for Amber Alert is. Here we go.
New at 6 at Local 24, it is always our goal to get the answers you need and want to know. So when a viewer had a question about why some missing child cases receive an Amber Alert and others don't, reporter Brittany Moncrief did some digging.
A big thanks to Local 24 viewer Brenda Hampton. She messaged us saying, I'm curious as to what the criteria is for Amber Alerts. I see missing kids on the local news that we don't receive Amber Alerts for. Please explain. Well, Brenda, we've got you. When it comes to Amber Alerts in Tennessee, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation handles them. And it's not just a simple push of a button. When local law enforcement wants to issue an Amber Alert, they contact TBI. But there's certain criteria they have to follow. 1, the person must be 17 years old or younger. 2, the child is in imminent danger of bodily injury or death. 3, you need a description of the child, abductor, and vehicle. And lastly, if another agency from a different state wants to issue an Amber Alert in Tennessee, there must be a direct and identified connection to the state, and that same information I mentioned must be given. There are other missing person alerts. The Silver Alert is for adults gone missing for reasons such as, but not limited to, mental health, physical ability, or environmental conditions. The TBI sends an endangered child alert to certain regions for missing kids when there is a concern for safety. The endangered alert, stemming from the Holly Bobo Act, is for missing adults ages 18 to 20. Then there is the missing children list. That involves parental abduction, runaway, or at-risk youth. All children missing in Tennessee are not listed on the missing children list. That's because those requests come from parents, guardians, law enforcement, and those who may benefit from more public attention. In Cordova, Brittany Moncrief, Local 24 News.
New at 6 at Local 24, it is always our goal.
So I thought that was interesting. I never knew the criteria. Well, there you have it. Shout out to Juice and Radio and Talk Show for sharing that information. Who would have knew? Okay, so it depends on the level of danger, the age. But I just thought it was important for you guys to know, because good morning, Curbs, Grand Rising. Hey, Feminine Melanin. Yes. I just thought it was important that we share that information, especially people with young children, okay? So, you know the criteria for Amber Alerts, because I never knew it. You'd think I would. I was a parent or whatever. Unfortunately, my children have never been in, imminent danger. So, food for thought. Juice, she posted it on her Instagram if anybody wants to go and check it out and share it. I'm going to share it.
At Local 24, it is...
Yes, like, comment, and share. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get into Kamala Harris. She was in Atlanta, Georgia, last night. And she gave a very, very interesting speech. Oh, and shout out to Team USA. Simone Biles winning the gold. Okay, you did that, sister. And the other young lady, I forget her name. They are doing awesome. So Team USA is doing it across the board. Across the board. So congrats. Her floor routine was flawless. Yes, flawless. If I could find it, I'll share it with you guys. All right, another fun fact for today, because y'all know I love to learn and I love to share what I learned. And see, what a lot of people don't know, a lot of the HBCUs that you think are HBCUs are not, right? So when I was a little girl, my dad, his biggest dream was for me to go to Spelman College, right? He's like, I want you to go to Spelman. I want you to go to Spelman. I always thought it was a HBCU, right? Historically black college. Well, child, my bubble was burst this morning. Shout out to Coco CBD for this information.
Amazing. He got most.
Hold on, here we go.
Rockefeller was so amazing. He got most people thinking that most of the schools in Atlanta are HBCU schools.
Rockefeller?
A lot of people think that Spelman is an HBCU school.
It's not?
Nah. You
Spelman
ready?
is not an HBCU?
Watch what I'm about to tell you. You ready? Mm-hmm. Spelman is Rockefeller's wife. They dropped the Rockefeller. Spelman.
I don't know if any of this is true, but I'm
You
listening.
better Google it right now. I know what I'm talking about. Spelman is Rockefeller's wife.
Oh, Laura Spelman Rockefeller. Laura Spelman Rockefeller was an American abolitionist, philanthropist, school teacher, and prominent member of the Rockefeller family. Her husband was Standard Oil co-founder John D. Rockefeller. Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, and the Lawrence Spelman Rockefeller Memorial were named for her. Okay, you learn something new every day.
So Spelman, the HBCU, is named after a white woman. That's wild. I never knew that.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't that insane?
When did you hear that? Like, what made you do
Years
that
ago,
research?
because I read a lot, and it blew my mind.
In 1884, the school expressed its
Oh, yeah,
gratitude for Rockefeller's generosity by changing the name.
Yeah, Spelman College was named after Laura Spelman due to her significant financial contributions to the institution. Throughout her life, Laura Spelman was dedicated to social and educational causes, particularly for women and African Americans.
Yes.
So it's the HBCU, she just donated a lot of money to it. Rockefeller family continues to donate 10% of their income to charity, including substantial donations to Spelman, founded to educate black women.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And other colleges around there.
Okay.
It's just not Spelman.
Morehouse, too. Henry Lyman Morehouse, who was a Baptist minister from Stamford, New York.
Yes.
He's a white gentleman as well.
Yes.
He's a white gentleman.
Why did they name it after him? Did they say?
You're
You're going to have me researching this all day.
I'm researching it all week.
But at least the world is about to see something that, because I'm quite sure if you don't know.
I was like, what the blood clot go on? Let me see what Feminine Melanin said. Hold on. She said he is incorrect on who the school is named after. It is named after his wife's mother, who worked hard to foster a school that black women could go to and learn highly from without males. Okay. Thank you. That's why I wanted to share it, because I'm like, I share this with my naughty crew. But who wouldn't know? But me being ignorant, okay, I just automatically assume that, founded by black people, You learn something new every day, child. It started off with a different name, but when Rockefeller was donating money, they offered a name change. Gotcha. Thank you, Feminine Melanin. Thank you. Learn something new every day. Okay, Curves is in there. It was incorporated in 1888 as Spelman College in honor of Laura Spelman Rockefeller, wife of John D. Rockefeller Sr. So she wanted it named after her mother, who helped in creating the school for black women. But you know what? I'm glad they created the school for black women to get a higher education. Okay, right. Folks be finding out things and twisting it. You are so right. But that's why I wanted to present it to my naughty crew. Like, what? Really? Okay. So, because I got I got educated naughty crew. Hey, D. Smith. I got educated naughty crew or whatever. I just came across that and I just found it. It just be baffled me. Like, and just because of the Spelman, I know my dad really, really, really wanted me to go to that college. It didn't happen, but he really, really wanted me to go to that college or whatever. Right. Thank goodness somebody cared enough about us. So I'm like, regardless whether it was founded by a white woman or not, they had us in our best interest at heart. Melanated women. Okay? Somebody wanted to elevate us. Somebody wanted to elevate us. So I just found that interesting. I found that interesting. And thank you to my naughty crew. I appreciate y'all. And Snoop Dogg is down at the Olympics handing out pins and everything and supporting Team USA. I thought it was dope. Right. That's what he wanted. Dad wanted to keep you away from the men in college, LOL, even if it was close to all black male schools, right? That was his number one goal, I'm sure. That was his number one goal. All right, so Simone killed it on the floor routine. I love gymnastics. Like my favorite Olympic sport, summer Olympic sport. Gymnastics, swimming, track. She killed it. I love Simone Biles and everything she stands for. And it came up, an article came up. Yes, please thumbs up the video. An article came up. Her husband and her, I think she spent, here it is. Shout out to D Marco for posting this. I think she's a very, very intelligent girl. So Simone Biles wore a $120 dress with a $35 pair of shoes, and they went to the courthouse to get married. And this is a good example that you should never go broke just to be with the person you said your vows with. Because it wasn't about that. And I remember people was trying to drag her. But I went to the courthouse when I got married. Like, why waste all that money? Why waste all that money? I think I spent $500 on the reception. Because when I got married, I never ever wanted like a huge wedding or whatever. I always wanted to go to the courthouse. And I just wanted a barbecue with my family and my close friends. And guess what? Everybody loved that. And we had such a good time. You didn't have to worry about what you're going to wear. The kids had a good time. It was laid back. Like, people ended up spending the night at my house, child. We had such a good time. We ended up spending the night at my house. And that was like right before my grandmother passed away. That was like all that brought all the family together, so she was able to see everybody. My grandmother was so happy. It's more important things than spending money on a wedding more than going to the courthouse. I feel you, but it was my second marriage, so I just didn't feel the need. I'm like, we want to do it. Look, we ended up divorced, so I'm glad I didn't spend all that money. But yeah, to each his own. Hey, bright eyes. To each his own. That was just my preference, and my coworkers, it was like, Nicole, you really like stuck to your guns. I was like, yeah, like, first of all, and like a couple of my friends was like, well, you need this, you need that. No, I don't. That's why I didn't have a big wedding, because I don't want to be bothered with like bridesmaids and all the hoopla. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to be bothered with that. So yeah, nah, it turned out great still, and we had a blast, and the food was delicious. And all my family and friends was there, so it just turned out great. So I respected Simone Biles for being frugal, and it gets greater later. Like I love it, and I love that she posted. She said, I don't care if my hair edges aren't smooth. I'm here to win Olympic gold. Love it. Love it. Go ahead, Simone. Go ahead. She just looks really, really happy. And it shows. Like, you could tell she's just, like, ecstatic. All right? So, Donald Trump's nephew, you know, the one that been whistleblowing on him, calling him racist and everything, and saying that he grew up hearing the ninja word in his house. He's speaking out. And he's in support of Kamala. Here we go. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
Politics. Yeah. And without question, Kamala Harris's policies are what I get behind. So I will be voting for Kamala Harris. And if I'm asked, I will campaign for her without hesitation.
Good. And if I...
His own nephew voting against him. Child. Make that make sense. So, on the tail end of that, shout out to the Jasmine brand. Something is going on. Leader of Project 2025 steps down amid Donald Trump's criticism and public outrage. So the Heritage Foundation official who leads Project 2025, the conservative roadmap for the next Republican administration, is stepping down after former President Donald Trump and his aides publicly criticized the group, and Democrats decried its proposal as radical and dangerous. So according to the Washington Post, Paul Dans, the group director, informed Heritage Foundation staff this week of his decision to step down. That's interesting. That is interesting. That is Knotty Crew. What do y'all think about that? Right, feminine, right. Hey, Bright Eyes. Hey, Bright Eyes. So, great. I'm glad he stepped down. All right, so Kamala was outside last night. Kamala was outside, and she was talking her ish, okay? Let's hear what she had to say.
So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. You may have noticed. So last week, you may have seen, he pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to. Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird? Well, Donald, you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
I love that. Y'all know I always say, look, if it ain't said to my face, it's not said. Okay, so Kamala was outside. side, talking her ish. I love it. Because Donald Trump is a coward. Donald Trump is a coward. What's this?
Donald Trump.
Oh, she's addressing the border situation on this one. Here we go. Fair use, fair use. And shout out to the neighborhood talks.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border.
I like that.
But he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it.
Including, for example, on the issue of immigration. So I was the Attorney General of a border state. In that job, I walked underground tunnels between the United States and Mexico on that border with law enforcement officers. I went after transnational gangs, drug cartels, and human traffickers that came into our country illegally. I prosecuted them in case after case, and I won. Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
I love it. I love it. Okay, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. So Quavo was there. Quavo was there. Here we go.
It's only right in the birthplace of the culture. It's also the same place to launch the first African-American woman to run for president. Yeah, we changing the culture again. So if you never voted before, make sure you get out and vote right now, because it's the real one.
Thank you.
And in the words of my brother Takeoff, let me get a Kamala.
Get this done, Atlanta.
Megan was there too.
Come on here and talk to y'all. Because the real savage is going to get on your vote. I'm savage, y'all.
I thought that was a good song. People were complaining, of course. Shout out to the star-studded event, and shout out to the Shade Room for presenting that information. But I thought it was, I loved it. And the more important issue here, forget about Megan twerking. People need to get out there and vote. Vote, 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 vote. I'm driving at home. I'm going to say it every live. Make sure you register to vote. The deadline is October 17th. We need to come together so that the Republicans cannot push their agenda. So social users, as usual, have something to say. Yeah, they have something to say about Megan twerking. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Social users call out Megan Thee Stallion for twerking during Kamala rally. She doesn't even have any uplifting songs. So the female rap fan says, this is beyond embarrassing. She doesn't even have any uplifting songs that would even be appropriate for a political rally. I mean, she was invited and they know what type of music she has. I'm fine with Megan too. I disagree. Head Honcho says, ninjas had Megan throwing ASS at a political rally. People are so judgmental. Like, this person said, I know the people who were just cheering on Amber Rose that had slut in charge isn't speaking down on Megan. She literally is self-proclaimed slut. So they compared it to... I'm just saying. This person says, why the F is she twerking on a presidential campaign stage? There's a time and a place for things like this. Megan twerking at a presidential rally just shows that this is what it takes to impress the black community and convince them to vote. This is really embarrassing, and I'm truly appalled. People are so judgmental. As much as I love Megan, twerking low-key wasn't the best. Still love her, though. Auntie Smart Tassie says, MAGA is upset over Megan Thee Stallion's twerking at the Harris rally, but this. People are so judgmental. I hope all them people that had something to say about Megan are registered to vote and they get to the polls. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It is what it is. It is what it is, but I'm here for Kamala. I'm here for Kamala, and I think she is shifting the narrative. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Love y'all. Hey, Jarrell. Feminist said, yeah, I'm okay. Let me see what you... She wasn't really twerking like that. She wasn't. And used to run off being Indian and stuff. Now she trying to black cakewalk. Oh, gosh. Hey there, nephew. University. Not the K-pop artist, LOL. Oh my God, I'm fine with Megan. Me too. No Indian or Asian slang today. Her sister side came out last night. And stuff. Oh, where's the Indian artists and the Asians? Where's the K-pop? Yeah, right. Meg called herself the head HIC, hottie in charge. LOL. That's right. Gotta get that black vote. I mean, but it's okay for Donald Trump to use us to get the black vote. I'm just saying, little double standards there. Couture Bay was like, she was dancing and they was just... She was dancing and they just want to complain. Right. They just want something to complain about. It's probably Trump's trolls. All right. So then I found the article. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks. Donald Trump falsely claims Kamala Harris hates Jewish people, not knowing her husband is Jewish. He is so ignorant. We're going to entertain the buffoonery though. This time on Trump just saying anything, the former president sat down in a radio interview and claimed Kamala Harris doesn't like Jewish people. Whole time, sis husband is full on Jewish. According to the Daily Mail, Trump was being interviewed by Sid Rosenberg when he said, number one, she doesn't like Israel. Number two, she doesn't like Jewish people. And you know it. You know it. I know it. And everybody knows it. And nobody wants to say it. The Harris campaign quickly responded to the recent remarks with a sharp jab. Honey, America is better than the fear, hate, despicable insults of Donald Trump, states Harris campaign spokesman James Sanger. He emphasized that Vice President Harris believes Americans want a president who unites the country, supports families, and has a forward-looking vision rather than one who divides and harms. Trump campaign spokesman Stephen Chung told Daily Mail when he asked about the comments by Rosenberg, he obviously wasn't agreeing with the sentiment. In fact, Kamala has stoked anti-Israel hate on a school campus with her dangerous and divisive rhetoric. Not we blaming that on her too. She's just a girl. At the Turning Point USA gathering in Florida, Trump also accused Vice President Harris of disliking Jewish people, echoing similar controversial remarks he has made in the past. In March, Trump sparked backlash by claiming that Jews who vote for Democrats hate Israel and hate the religion. Child, please. He is so ignorant. And then when asked about, let me see. And then ask about his comment in regards to that he made towards Christians, saying that it would be the last time that they vote. Here he go.
Attacking you. They're also attacking you for other ridiculous reasons. They're saying that you said to a crowd of Christians that they won't have to vote in the future.
Yeah, let me say what did I mean by that. I had a tremendous crowd speaking to Christians. I mean, this was a crowd that liked me a lot. I think I'm at 97% or something. And they're treated very badly by this administration, okay? Catholics are treated unbelievably. They're like persecuted. And if I might say, before I go into the other, Jewish people, if you're Jewish and you vote for Biden or the Democrats or Kamala or whoever's going to run, I guess it's going to be her. But if you voted for her or the Democrats, you should have your head examined, because nobody's ever been treated so badly by this. This administration is destroying Israel, et cetera, et cetera. So with respect to like a statement like I made, that statement is very simple. I said, vote for me. You're not going to have to do it ever again. It's true. Because we have to get the vote out. Christians are not known as a big voting group. They don't vote. And I'm explaining that to them. You never vote. This time, vote. I'll straighten out the country. You won't have to vote anymore. I won't need your vote. You can go back to
you don't have to vote for you because you have 4 years in office.
Look. Christians are known. You know who else doesn't vote? Gun owners don't vote.
But just to be clear, what you're saying, though, you're not saying it's being interpreted as you are not surprised to hear.
No,
by the left as well. They're never going to have another election. He's saying there's not. So can you even just respond to that?
I said Christians. I started off by saying, just so you understand, you never vote. Christians do not vote well. They vote in very small percentages. Why? I don't know. Maybe they're disappointed in things that are happening. But for a long time, I say,
I'm over his rhetoric. This is the question, and this is Trump. He can't even stay on one thought in one sentence, and that's who people want to be the president. Okay. Let me see what y'all saying. Agent Orange Man, 45, repeats himself worse than Umar Johnson. Yeah, girl. Hey, be more shorty. Yes, Jarrell. I hope she brings up the Epstein allegations whenever the debate comes up. Girl, boy, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yes. Respond to that. You want to bring up Biden's son's criminal history, who ain't even running for president. Hey, Essence. Ooh. Wait a minute. Feminine, you have a page? You have a YouTube channel? Hey, BB. How can you bring pro-abortion, but they complain about twerking? Chill. Yes, nothing about takeoff. Right, Jarrell said, if you notice, Donald Trump uses trash artists to represent him. They said nothing about Sneakergate. Y'all tearing up the comment. Right, feminine. You are consistent. I love the comments. Feminine, let me know. You have a channel? Hold on. Let me get it's your handle. Hold on. Let me see. Y'all go over to her channel and subscribe. Femini. You could leave your link to University. Got it. Girl, we gonna get you 1,000 subs. Y'all make sure y'all go over to her channel and subscribe. Y'all know I love to promote. I love to promote my peeps. Got you, girl. Good morning, Juanita. Love y'all. Yeah, so Trump is ignorant. Uh-huh. He is ignorant. Something else I want to bring to y'all attention. Here we go. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for this one. So several members of the National Association of Black Journalists outrage and pulling memberships after the NABJ invites Donald Trump to convention in Chicago. Co-chair steps down. Got you, girl. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe. Let's get her to 1,000 subscribers and help her get monetized. Got you. And I hit my bell, too. I hit my bell. All right. So, Ariella Anus. Get a load of this. Several members of, I'm going to just say the NABJ, were left outraged and ready to pull their memberships after the organization invited former President Donald Trump, the GOP nominee in the 2024 presidential race, to its convention in Chicago on Wednesday, July 31st. Of the many NABJ members and the nation's top black journalist stands Pulitzer Prize nominee Karen J. Phillips, who slammed the organization on X, formerly known as Twitter, whatever. So she wrote, when memberships numbers and those dues fall off a cliff, remember the day y'all made this dumb ass decision. This is the single dumbest and worst decision in NABJ history. Whoever made this call is an idiot. And I'll say it to their face this week. Phillips continued to blast the NABJ and its organizers who invited Donald Trump to this week's event. However, while slamming the organization, Phillips also retweeted others who eventually revealed that each election year, the NABJ invites all candidates. It just so happens that this year, Trump accepted the invite for the Republicans, which some users claim is unheard of. Meanwhile, other users online wanted to know if Donald Trump was invited to represent the Republicans, and Vice President Kamala Harris offered the same invitation as the presumptive Democratic nominee in the 2024 presidential race. It turns out that she was invited, but it was later revealed that VP Harris reportedly will not be attending the NABG convention in Chicago this week due to her campaign obligations and funeral for late Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. In the midst of all of the hoopla, Washington Post columnist Cameron Atiyah stepped down as co-chair of this year's convention with Donald Trump. She later clarified, while my decision was influenced by a variety of factors, I was not involved or consulted with in any ways with the decision to platform Trump in such a format. Wow. Wow. And so these are the tweets. Follow me on social media. These are all the tweets. That's crazy. Nobody want Trump in their area. He's a dangerous man. I don't care what nobody say. He's a dangerous man. And he is divisive. Right. But that just go to show the energy he put out. Like, people like, no way, I'm not taking that energy in. He an energy vampire. He an energy vampire. And so that's the Black journalists, the National Association of Black Journalists. Yeah, make sure y'all wear masks. That's when I go to the festivals, I be on the outskirts. I don't go where the crowd is. Somebody got time. But that's why I do festivals too, because it's outside. All right, let's get into Belle Kanana. In the words of Couture Babe, make sure y'all go over to her channel and subscribe. She is a great content creator. Love her to death. All right. So they trying to say Offset was GM. Shout out to Tasha K. She always on top of it. So it looks like he was spotted in a casino with another woman. And granted, I just want to put this out there. Just because you see somebody, especially with the music industry, just because you see like a male with another female, that doesn't necessarily mean they're cheating. They could be handling business. They could be working to build a project and things like that. So, you know, as long as all parties are aware, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Male and females can be friends. I have male friends and things like that. So I don't want to be closed-minded, but I think what's happening, like Offset's reputation, he has a horrible reputation. I mean, you just got caught paying for a smortions, $15,000, which I thought was crazy, okay? While your wife is at home pregnant. So here's the footage. That's the footage. I mean, you can't really see nothing, but I mean, I don't see them being intimate or anything. And see, that's my thing. Like, so Offset decided to speak out.
Shorty? Hey, my shorty.
So he's saying shorty ain't my shorty, but this is his ex-boo. Apparently.
Shorty?
Hey. All right. And so then shorty decided to post. She said, I'm pregnant as well. You people are, I think she's supposed to say are, not our. People need to go back and take basic reading comprehension. I swear. You people are, and she spelled our, O-U-R. Sick as out here, smiling in my head. So she's claiming that she's pregnant with another man's baby. Are we sure it's not Offset, baby? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know he love raw dogging. You know he love raw dogging out here, child. So then she posted. She said, "I'm completely crazy it's completely crazy that I even have to do this. Please, if you not for me, please respect my late husband." So I guess her husband passed away. That's sad. And I'm just beginning to grieve. Having a night out with my family is definitely not an opportunity for clickbait. I'm carrying the last gift my husband will give the earth. All I want is peace. If you're looking for a story, there is nothing to see here. Please respect all families involved. Y'all make up things not caring about the impact. Please stop. So that's really sad. Like her husband passed away and she's with child and things like that. And they could very well be friends. But Offset, your reputation precedes itself. Like your reputation is your reputation. You just got busted paying for a smortions, okay? Let's not forget, and I ain't forget, Blueface said you slept with Chris Shine. Alright, on the tail end of that, he decides, and shout out to Nostalgia Moments, he decides to post him and Cardi. He said, it says, congrats. Offset reveals Cardi is expecting baby number 3. Are we surprised? All right, so he posted Offset. He said, people really need to do the research. I'm at a public place gambling at a casino with a married 8-month pregnant woman. What the F? I look like being outside publicly cheating, smiling in my... So he basically telling us he gonna be inside if he cheat. He ain't gonna be outside. Even though he been outside. Y'all make that make sense. Alright, so congratulations. Let Offset cheat in peace. Okay. If Cardi like it, we love it. She want to push out baby number 3 for her cheating ass man. My man. Have at it. We don't care. But it's your reputation. It's your reputation. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. This dude is a whole weirdo, Jarrell said. How you have Shorty and a wife? Hey, Monique. How you have Shorty and a wife? Okay. So, look. We're going to let Offset cheat in peace. Cardi like it. She love it. Look, some women like community peen. Let's just keep it real. Some women just like community being. And if she not complaining about it, what do we care, right? Congratulations on baby number 3. Ooh, child. You want to talk about double standards? Let's talk about the game. Ooh. Let's talk about the game. Out here busting pedos. Okay, this is desperate. It's this kind of like a double standard to me when you have been sued for SA, sir. Right, Jarrell. They got an open marriage. I wish they come on out and say it. Hey, Miss Brenda. I wish they just come on out and say it. Offset need to strap it up. Strap it up. Okay. Alright, so the game. He confronts a guy who was trying to meet a 15-year-old. Thank you so much, Miss Brenda. And I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Evening, I should say, because it's afternoon over there. Because we international Knotty crew. Okay? We get people from Africa, Australia, UK. I love my international Knotty crew. Love y'all. Thumbs up this video. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So, yeah, the game is busting pedos now. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about that. Even though he haven't paid that girl her money. She won. Did she win by default? Like, because he didn't show up or something? I don't know. That's a story for another day. But I just find it kind of ironic that now he's out here busting pedos. Okay, here we go. Shout out to the Hip Hop Wolf for this footage.
What's going on here? How old are you? 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 You're 22?
Yeah.
How old is he? No, I am.
Fucking with my business, bro.
What's going on?
I just wanted to. You just wanted to do what, homie? No, don't be sorry. What you just wanted to do what, man? I thought we were just coming in for dinner.
Why are you going to the bathroom?
Bro.
Dinner in the bathroom? Turn the light. Turn it off. Come on, let's go look outside.
Nah, he can't even move yet, homie. Nah, you know what I want? I want to know, like, what's going on in your mind?
What's going on here?
It's not cool, bro. It's just not cool. Hey, look at me, man. Look at me. Whatever happened to you in your life, whatever. I don't know it. These people don't know it, but you know. Whatever happened to you in your life, bro, you got to be a man and stand on that. Get past that. You can't be seeking out little kids and taking advantage of kids. I know. Maybe somebody took advantage of you. So maybe you feel like you got to take advantage of somebody else, bro. That's not the way, homie. You got to help yourself, bro. Definitely. Bro, I gotta walk away before I hurt this dude, homie. You got to change your ways, homie. Oh, no. Right, look at me, bro. Hey, look at me, bro. You gotta change your ways, bro. Yeah, no, it's not cool, homie. No, not at all. And it's as sick as the whole operation is, homie. Some part of me still got a heart, and I'm looking you in your eyes, bro. Yeah.
Would you feel bad?
I feel bad for you, homie, and I shouldn't feel bad for you. No, I know. Bro, you gotta change, bro. Yeah. It's not cool, bro. It's just not cool. Hey, look.
Let me see what some of the comments are saying. Rich Forever said, hi, ish unbelievable. This person says, I hate game, but this is the best thing I ever seen him do. This person said, talking to this guy is better than his music. He should be a ghetto counselor. This person says, Phil Stage, I don't believe any of this internet-ish no more. Hey, Kim. Right message, wrong messenger. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. Ding, ding, ding. Shout out to 92.7 New York. Yes. Hey, Kim. Look, this person hit the nail on the head. At this point, game doing anything for a check. Child, that's it. That's what it is. He'll do any, cause like you're not a certified counselor or anything. And you was just on an auntie podcast talking about you slept with Black China, trying to get with her mama. Yeah, this don't sit right with me, especially when you got SA allegations, sir. Pay your lawsuit. I guess he trying to work though. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Jarrell said it's pedo season. Yes, I heard about R. Kelly trying to overturn his conviction on the appeals. And I think this is the last one he'll get. He's trying to use the statute of limitation thing. Saying that his crimes or his violations were years ago. Outside of the statute of limitation. Good luck with that, Kells. Good luck with that. Tasha K had Cameron. Oh, update on Chris Sean hard-headed rock tart. She has been moved and extradited to Oklahoma. Yep, Oklahoma has officially picked Krishan up from LA, where she now faces up to 4 years. So, will Oklahoma make an example out of her? We'll find out. I keep my eyes on it, but I'm loving the piece on the internet. Her family will fizzle out. They all just trying to keep it going, keep the circus going. They all scamming and things like that. Her older sister, China, she got a YouTube channel talking all type of blasphemy. Mm-hmm. They exploiting their mama now at this point. Ciao. So as you all know, Busta Rhymes is on tour with Missy Elliott and Ciara's. I was wondering, like, where's the clippings of him? So they finally sent some out. And you know his song, Look at Me Now? And you know how fast he rhyme. He been doing that since leader of the new schools. If you know, you know. He been doing that fast hip hop rap. Before Twister, all of them. It was Busta. It was Busta. But he did the verse the fastest he ever did. Listen. Hold on. I like, is he really saying words? Y'all let me know. Jesus. Is he even saying words? Is he even saying words at this point? But I know Twister made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. I think Busta need to end up in there. I love it. I love it. All right, so we'll end the show here. Shout out to the Shade Room for dropping this. So, a woman shares her mother's life story with relationships. You'll never get a man that doesn't value you till you value you. And I just thought this was a good, positive way to end the show because we talk. Hey, Vet. We always talking about women walking in their worth, standing in their worth, and things like that, right? I just thought this was like interesting. So let's see what she got to say. Here we go.
Video ever came across y'all's For You page, but she had got on TikTok asking the married people that follow her how they got their partner to see the value in marrying them. She's in a relationship with a man who apparently does not see the value in making her his wife. She wanted to know how or what she could say or do to get him to see the value in them eventually getting married. And I'm going to respond to this video, and I would love to tell you about my marriage and my husband and how amazing he is and how he goes out of his way to make every special occasion special, and he celebrates every holiday, and he doesn't come up with excuses as to why Valentine's Day is stupid or why he shouldn't have to buy flowers, and how he's the best man in the world that I've ever met, right? I could tell you all the romantic things and it would be very valid and very sweet. But I would rather tell you about my mom because I think it'll have a more lasting impact. I would describe my mom as a woman who had a deep desperation to be loved. I would go as far as to say that her desperation to be loved and cherished and valued was literally woven into the fabric of who she was as a human being. And I spent I don't know if this lady's video ever came across y'all's For You page, but she had her life, my entire childhood, my entire adolescence, all of my teen years, all of my early adulthood, watching my mom sit around and try to convince the men that she was with to see the value in being with her. I sat around watching her, begged them to love her, begged them to respect her, begged them to value her, and it never happened. Because you see, there is no issue with having a desire to be loved, but there is an issue with having a desperation to be loved, because nothing good comes out of being desperate. I watched my mom forgive my dad for every single affair he had throughout the course of their marriage. I watched my mom get in relationship with boyfriend after boyfriend after boyfriend. I watched her beg the first boyfriend to see value in being loyal to her. I saw her beg the second boyfriend to see value in speaking to her like a human being. And I saw her beg the third one to not beat her in the face and knock her teeth out. And I watched her forgive and forgive, and her life, my entire childhood, forgive and stay and stay and stay. Because my mom always convinced herself that she had more time. So it didn't matter if she spent 15 years trying to convince my dad to love her. It didn't matter if she spent 5 years with this boyfriend or 7 years with this boyfriend trying to convince them to love her. Because she always had more time to get it right. And then all of a sudden, my mom woke up one day and was 49 years old with fewer teeth in her mouth than she should have from having boyfriends knock them out, with headaches that are more severe than they used to be from having her head bashed into walls and her face punched, with relationships with her children that were less than what they should have been, less than what they could have been. Relationships with her children that were borderline destroyed by the men that she was desperate to be loved by. And she was dying. She was laying in a hospital bed in the midst of the COVID pandemic, unable to be visited by her family, with her life flashing before her eyes as she was being notified that she was going to have to be placed in a medically induced coma. And you see me, I've always been the hard. I'm the one who will say what nobody else will say. I'm the one who will tell the truth when everybody else is trying to tiptoe around the subject. And that always made my mom so mad. I always believed all my life that my mom thought that was the worst quality about me, was the fact I couldn't shut up. I'm going to say how I feel. I'm going to tell you what it is, whether you like it or not. I was never agreeable. I've never been passive. And it would cause such tension with my mom's boyfriends and me. And my mom so desperately wanted me to just keep the peace with them. Just let them do and say whatever. And you just put your head down and don't say anything. And me and my mom's boyfriends have fist fought because I'm not going. But I did. I always believed that was a characteristic of my personality that my mother hated, despised. But when my mom found herself dying in the hospital, I remember she texted me. It was right before medically induced coma. And she was going to be put into a coma. And she sent me a text message. And at that point, I was pregnant with my son, and I had already had my daughter. And I remember she texted me. And she apologized for everything that had ever happened. And she told, I'm sorry. And she told me how sorry she was. And she told me that no matter what happened, for me to make sure that I kept that fiery spirit about me. And she told me that no matter what happened, to make sure that I raised my kids, especially my daughter, to be that exact same way. For me not to sit around and wait on nobody. For me not to sit around and beg nobody. And it was in that moment that I realized that my mom was laying in the hospital all by herself, regretting her life, regretting the decisions that she made. Because not one of those men who was going to be put into a coma was anywhere to be found when it came down to it. Because they didn't value her. Her being a good woman to them didn't get them to see it. Her begging and crying didn't get them to see it. And ultimately, her dying didn't get them to see it either. I remember I hadn't talked to my dad in years. And he called out of nowhere after my mom had died, like months after my mom died. And he was just trying to have conversation as if nothing happened. How you been, girl? How's married life? I heard you having another baby. This man hadn't talked to me in like 7 years at that point. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing all right. It's just been kind of hard. And he's like, what's been hard? What's the matter? So at that point, I'm just thinking he's out the loop, right? I'm like, well, mama died. That man said, oh, yeah, I heard about that. Other than that, how you been? And it was in that moment that I realized that my dad not only didn't value my mother as a wife or didn't value my mother's feelings, he just didn't value my mom's life anywhere to be found. General. That man spent over 15 years with her, and her existence in his life was summed up to nothing more than, oh, yeah, I heard she died. Besides that, you'll never get a man that does not value you to value you. You might start acting better for a little while if he thinks you're going to leave, but he'll never value you. So what you do is you move on. You cry about it, you scream about it, you eat an entire tub of Bluebell ice cream over it, and you tell yourself you'll never move on, and then you do. Because the only thing worse than wasting 10 years with somebody who you come to realize doesn't value you is choosing to waste another 20 because you're too scared to start over. And I hope and pray that your situation is not nearly as extreme or abusive as my mom's was. But also, never believe that it couldn't be you. Because my mom, too, started out as nothing more than a young woman who was sitting around wondering what she could do and what general. That man spent over 15 years with her, and her existence in his life was summed up to nothing more than, oh, yeah, I heard she died. She could say, to get the first man that she had ever been with to see value in being with her. And it only got worse from there. A man worth marrying will see the value in marrying you all on his own. Not to mention the fact
You won't
that
have to convince
my
him.
mom was a married woman 2 different times. Not all rings are bought with love. And somebody finally being coerced into buying you a ring does not mean that they have magically woken up one day and found the value in being with you. Most of the time, they're just trying to get you to shut up. You don't want a shut up ring. And my mama wouldn't want you to want one either. So my advice is to dump it. It'll be sad, but it'll get better before you're married. Promise. She could say.
I love it. I love it. I loved how she shared that. But that's the answer to it. You shouldn't have to convince someone to see the value in you. Either they see the value in you and they'll cherish and honor you and do the right thing. But they'll want to do that. You won't have to coerce them. And that's the, like, when I left, when I decided to leave my baby girl, my youngest child's father, you know, because he was just toxic. And it just was not working. And I just didn't want my girls to think like that was a healthy situation. But we started at this company that I worked for together. He ended up getting fired. He did something very, very, very embarrassing to me. We were in the process of breaking up or whatever. But he wanted to bring it into work and I did not. And so when I got into work or whatever, and he's like, let me talk to you. And I'm like, this is not the time or the place. Because I knew, like, you're not going to mess up my bread over some nonsense or whatever. And because I would not engage with him, he came in front of all my coworkers and threw water all over me, my desk, everything. So he ended up fired or whatever. And one of the pharmacists, because everyone was very supportive of me or whatever, because I didn't do anything. Thank you. They was very supportive, and one of the pharmacists, she came to me and she was like, you're a beautiful woman, you're a great mother. She like empowered me with her words. And she said, you want the man that wants to treat you well, that wants to value you, that wants the best for you. And those words always stuck in my head. Like, I appreciate her so much. Shout out to Dawn. I appreciate her so much or whatever. So yeah, they gonna want to do it. Yes, he embarrassed himself, child. And I felt that energy. Like, I walked in the warehouse and he was standing right there, like, because we was already separated or whatever. And I just felt his energy or whatever. And he was like, can I talk to you? And I'm like, not here. And I just kept it moving, went straight line to my desk. And I was just sitting there working, and he threw water all over me. Thank you, Kim. Thank y'all for the hearts. Yeah, that's cold-blooded, the way her father acted. He trying to get out early. And I don't believe in pressuring people into marriage, whether it's male or female or whatever. I don't believe in it. Like, I feel like certain things should just happen organically. Right, me too. And guess what? Like, he's has not been good ever since. And I'm here still at the company 18 years later. So God had plans for me, y'all. All right. And I think he was always like jealous of that. But you made your choices. You made your choices. So I love every last one of you. It's time for me to get to my work in the plantation. I hope y'all can appreciate the topics that I brought to the forefront today. I just wanted to mix it up a little bit. Right. Right, Monique. Like, have a little compassion. Have a little compassion. So let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. And shout out to Team USA Gymnastics, Simone Biles, and the girls that accompany her and getting the gold medal. Team USA is doing their thing. All right, let me know what you think. I think Kamala came out swinging and banging, baby. I don't think Donald Trump can handle her, and that's why he backed out of the debate for September, because he can't even stay on a single thought, and she's just going to prove how intelligent she is to that panel of Caucasian women that says she's uneducated. Yes, shout out to Black Magic at the Olympics. Yes. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I love my Knotty crew. I appreciate y'all always joining me. Please thumbs up this video if you have not already. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and share. Share my content. That's how we grow over here. And I just want to grow my my YouTube family organically. Hey, Imani. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes. And if anybody has a channel, please be vocal about it. I'm not like that. I feel like sharing is caring. It's enough for all of us to go around. Yes. It's enough for all of us to go around. Yes, 27 medals. Yes. So I'm all about supporting my YouTube people. So please don't be shy. I'm not like that, because I know you got content creators like, don't say the content creator name. I don't got time for that. It's like 1 billion people on YouTube, child. I'm just not petty. So I love every last one of you. I hope you all have a great, great day. I think I'm a... hold on, let me see. I took off tomorrow. Let me just double check. Yes. So KRS-One, rap icon, KRS-One. Yes. Yes, KRS-One is going to be downtown tomorrow. So I took off of work so I could go. He's going to be down there at 6. So I'm gonna vlog that for you guys tomorrow. I'll go live in the morning like we always do, and then I'll take y'all downtown with me. It should be interesting. I'm seeing all my favorite artists this summer, and I'm loving it, loving it. So I'm excited. Team USA, that's right. So I'm excited. So I'll be downtown tomorrow. I will vlog it for you guys. I will have to vlog it from the gram, because y'all know how YouTube is with music and stuff like that. So I love every last one of you. Please follow me. My Instagram is knottylove.movement2020. For those of you who want to see the concert and things like that. All right? Appreciate every last one of you. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. 1.